Hello, happy crystals. My name is Akita Akari Aurora. Welcome back. Today is September 23rd. We just had a lovely fall equinox yesterday. So today I'm going to be doing a golden chalice spread, and it's going to be for 3 months. We're going to look at what's coming up from basically today to October 22nd or 23rd, from October 23rd to November 23rd, and then from November 23rd, leading us into the winter solstice, winter equinox, right? The winter equinox, which is going to be on 12/21. All right, so let's see what's in this golden cup, what's coming up, what we have. And yesterday's beautiful fall equinox brought in a lot of blue energy. And I'm so glad. I was trying to get this taping done, all day, but it didn't fall into place until right now. And right now is when it's supposed to happen. And when I was looking at it, and I looked at some of the takes before, I noticed this beautiful blue light because now evening is setting. So I said, well, there it is. We have the blue energy. The video has the blue energy, and this blue energy that we are receiving, that we received and will receive yesterday, today, tomorrow. It is so powerful. And as the months roll out and the weeks roll out, maybe I'll get into it more. Perhaps the cards will just guide the way and it will open us to learning more about what this blue energy is that we have been receiving and that's coming in with this beautiful, beautiful fall equinox that we just had and we're actually still having, right? So let's see what's in our golden chalices. Let's see what's coming up over the next 3 months, okay? And this is just a guide. How I work is I believe we are full of potential always. There are no exacts. I just show you what is the potential and the clarity. And you can decide, I believe in free will and free will choice. So I show you what's possible. You go ahead, do whatever it is that you think you need to do that serves you best, you and your soul. All right, so let's see what's coming up collectively for all of us over the next 3 months. And what I decided to do with this is that to layer it again uh, into different perspectives, 3D, 4D, and 5D. I'm going to pull, original plan was to pull 12 cards using 6 different decks, but Spirit just guided me to do 1, 2, 3, actually 9, well, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, I was going to use 12 cards, but Spirit just guided me to pull 3 more cards. So this is actually going to be a 15 card layout because I want to get the 13 moon oracle. I want to get that in there because that deck is very in sync with the way things are going now. So I want to kind of get that insight from the deck. See what how Spirit is guiding us with that. Okay, so let's just see how this flows. Let's just see how this flows. And once again, I hope you guys are happy. And I hope that everything that we're going through, because we're going through a lot of stuff. So as we go through this stuff, walk in heavy, but I really, really hope you walk in light, and I hope everything is serving you guys because we're going through some intense weeks, and it's all really to help us grow in our soul growth. All right, so that's why I'm here to help you figure it out and see it and make it a little less scary and a little less and much more actually much more joyful. I'm here to make it much more joyful for you as well as for me. All right, so let's see what's in the cards. First deck I'm going to use is the Sacred Geometry deck. All right, so in each deck I'm going to pull 3 cards from each deck so that we can see again 3D, 4D, 5D, also looking at, because it's a transition, and also looking at now until October, October to November, November into December, all right? And then we have the 12, 21, 21, 333 portal in December. So, you know, we have to prepare. We have to know these things are coming up and prepare ourselves for the beauty of it, because it is beautiful, but we have to do the work in between. The inner work is very important so we can actually feel what we are receiving and what we are walking out of and what we are walking into, right? So sacred geometry deck is going to be the first row, right? Again, this is our golden cups. Let's put this here. So it says this is our golden cups, guys, right? We all have a golden cup, and we all, as the human race, collectively going through all of these things together, but not on the same level, right? And it's all showing up differently for us. So, like with this equinox, you might have discovered, or you might have had to work on your relationship with somebody. Somebody else might have had to work on the relationship with themselves. Somebody else might have had to work on what else? This relationship with others, relationship with selves. Work on some deep-rooted health issues that they've been ignoring, and finally, it's like, okay, I gotta look at this. I gotta get a handle on this. Some people are coming to a crossroads with their jobs, you know, and realizing, okay, do I really need to be here, or is my soul calling me to something different? You know, so we're all having these moments of awakening in different areas and aspects of our lives, but it is bringing us all to a more empowered and loved self. All right, and we owe ourselves the journey. We really, really do. Okay, let's get started. Sacred Geometry deck. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding us. I am a muse, an empty to canalize attunement. I am a muse, an empty to canalize attunement. Take some deep breaths in, deep breaths out with me. This is for whomever finds this reading. All right. Okay, so first deck again, Sacred Geometry deck, Golden Cup, Golden Chalice reading, looking at what's coming up, what we have in our cups, and just the tools and what do we have in our cups so that we can navigate through these next 3 months, all right? Because everything that we are receiving, it's already in us, right? We're just activating it. We're just activating it. All right, so September, October, November. Next, we're going into the 7 energy deck, right? I love the 7 energy deck. It shows you the energy around different moments. So what moments are we in, and what is that energy around the moment that we are faced with? And, you know, how is that guiding us? Or how is that energy going to serve us? So I like to use this 7 energy oracle deck when I have, thank you, when I have helping people see through things, so that I can explain, well, what moment are they stepping into? What moment are they stepping into? Or what moment sometimes are they even stepping out of, you know? It's a beautiful piece of selenite. All right, so let us see. All right. All right, so what's coming up? What's in our golden cup? September, October, November. Okay, and that's September today onward to the 22nd. Again, November 22nd onward. All right, 3rd, the Enchanted Map. I love this deck. Since we have a golden cup, let's see what enchantment and wonder and mystery and beauty and treasures are coming in. Okay. That's actually the, as you can see, the shuffle very well. I thought that was, thought it was the metamorphosis card. Because clearly we all are going through a metamorphosis, right? Earth is going through a metamorphosis. Definitely so. Alright, so let's see. Spirit. Alright, and then again, this is Enchanted Map. Oracle deck. Oh, wow. It was on top, so I'm just, and it's facing us, so I'm just going to put it there. September 22nd onwards, October 22nd onwards, November 22nd onwards. Alright, so we're going to look at the geometry, the sacred geometry. Look at that. We're going to look at the energy around it, and then look at the enchanted map, right? I also was guided to pull one card from the Lemurian deck. I'll shuffle and pull those now. One card from the Lemurian deck. One card from the Affirmation deck. One card from the Power Animal deck. And then go into the Pokemon deck too. So we're just gonna be guided and follow the guidance. See how that works. And if this is your first time listening to one of my videos, again, my name is Akita Akari Aurora. I am I'm a therapist, an energy medicine practitioner. I've studied shamanism for the last 2 years, numerology, astrology, physics, all these stuff is really about hobbies. And I've been able to just merge all my hobbies and my passions into my purpose and owning my gifts. So it's led me to this moment. And here I am. One of the things I have discovered about myself is I am a guide, I am a seer, I am an oracle. Just tapping more and more into my third eye, discovering more of my gifts. And this one is one of the ones that I have so much fun doing. I decided to explore it even more. All right, so from the Lemurian deck, and why I do the Lemurian deck is because we are, again, I want to guide people into the fifth dimensional earth and fifth dimensional heart and fifth dimensional mind. So I'm a guide into the fifth dimensional. I'm a portal into the fifth dimension. And a big part of the fifth dimension is the Lemurian energies, which is just the feminine, the divine feminine energy. And the Lemurian time is a very unique and special time, and we've all been asked to reconnect back to it. So it is a guide, and I am a Lemurian guide or a guide to Lemuria, and I help people to tap back into their essence of that time. Okay. Last year I connected back into my Lemurian timeline, and it served me so well, right? So let's see what guidance we have coming from the beautiful Lemurians. And we're going to put that one right here. Look at that later. The animal spirits. Maybe we all need a power animal, a beautiful power animal to take us through these next 3 months because it's going to be a lot. Going to go through a lot of things, but we can do it. And when I say we're going to go through a lot, it doesn't mean a lot of bad. We're just going to go through a lot of transforming moments, and hopefully it all serves as well because that is the intention. But we have to be clear. It's very clear and very cool. And the better, the clearer we are, and colder we are, the more peace and harmony and bliss we will experience. So um, it's important. It's very important to be guided and to be guided from a place of love, right? And not a place of fear. So the animal spirit and the power animal, You remember when we think of the animals, there's something that we love about tigers, something that we love about cats, something that we love about dogs, something that we love about birds. They have an energy, they have an essence, their traits. So it's really just saying, you know what, I need to tap into that trait, the loyalty of the dog, the independence of the cat, the courage of the lion, the wisdom or the vision of the eagles. That's what it is. We appreciate and honor the wisdom of the animal kingdom and realize that they do have something to teach us, right? And something we can learn from, and it will help to empower us, right? The animal kingdom. And did I say the yogi? Uh, Yeah, I think last night I said I was going to do the yogi, but I think today I'm going to be, I'm going to use I'm not going to do the yogi. I'm going to do the moon. Yeah. And then that'll make the reading shorter too. Right? The moon would be, I think the moon deck would be just better guidance. Um, because, well, I'm being guided to use the moon deck, so I'm just listening. I don't have to know why, right? When you connect it in with spirit and you get into guidance, you just listen. We don't really have to understand why we're being guided. When you trust and you know that your guides are doing it for your betterment and for the betterment of all, you can just surrender and listen. That is part of the process. You don't have to figuring it out for yourself, right? I think the Bible talks about that. It's not your understanding, right? When you get guided from those higher forces, you listen because you know they're coming from a place of love. All right, so let's do 1, 2, 3. All right, let's turn these over. I'm excited to see what's in them myself. Where do I want to put this? Let's put that right there. Okay, so we are going to start with um, this first month, which is September, and this is going to be, I don't know how am I going to do this. I'm going to look at it like this. I was practicing it last night, and I think I did 1, 2, 3. So, well, this is already turned over, so let's just start here with September. Let's start um, with the Sacred Geometry deck, right? First card, Piercing the Veil. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, so we just came out of the equinox. We're in the equinox energy. Yesterday was the 22nd. Today is the 23rd. Yesterday, what is the equinox? The fall equinox. Everything is in balance. Equal amount of light, equal a number of darkness, equal amount of light, equal amount of darkness. Guided yesterday was point zero, or the 0 point. We started again. The end, September, Nine energy. What's the number on this card? Of course, 28, which is one. All right, so perfect. We start over at one, but where are we right now today? We're piercing through the veil, clearing the fog, seeing things with a little more clarity. So as we pass through this equinox energy, the last day will be tomorrow. We are piercing through the veil. We are seeing things around us and within us and connecting. Also, remember, we're in this moment of everything culminating. A lot of our timelines, a lot of our life choices, all of those choices and habits and wants and don't wants and everything is really culminating into one, and that is really what we are experiencing right now on this circle of time. We continue to think that time is linear, but guess what? It's not. One of the things that we have to, in this new earth, we have to um, what's the word? We have to learn new stuff, basically we have to relearn. And when you think of the watches, the clocks, the globe, it's circle, but for some reason we think time is from point A to point B. It's not. Time is not linear. It is actual circular. It folds on back. It gives us the second time, right? It gives us second chances. So we are at this point where we are experiencing emotionally a lot of our choices, a lot of our reincarnations, if you believe in reincarnations or if you don't. We are experiencing a lot of the emotions that we thought we didn't have to look back at. And we are experiencing it right now to make a better choice for ourselves and to say, well, okay, here's this moment I'm in again. Let me do it how I would have done it. Let me do it how I would have done it if I had the hindsight and the knowledge that I had now. Does that make sense? Let me do now what I would have done back then. I'm no longer that person. So now that I have the second chance, let me make the wiser decision. Let me make the decision out of love as opposed to out of fear. Let me be softer. Let me be wiser. Let me be more compassionate for somebody else as well as for yourself, right? So the veils are removing the illusion, and the veils are illusion, right? The veils are the illusions are moving away. The things that held us in fear, our fears are moving away, and fear is a veil. Illusion is a veil. Our habits and thoughts, they're veils if they're not serving us. So we're going through this whole process, and this probably sums up the whole 3 months, right? But it starts here it starts at 0 point, which was yesterday, and today was actually day one. All right, we're piercing through the veil. So look at everything that's going on around you. Really look at it, connect it with what's going on within you, and pierce through those veils. Pierce through it to see not what's on the surface, what's in that deeper layer. Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? What is this really about? And what is the soul growth moment that I can take from this so that I'm not feeling like this for so long? All right, try that. I mean, this one was just so much to say with this, right? But I'll try to keep it shorter so that we can get through these cards. And we have 3 months to work through this, so I don't have to give the direct details today. But piercing through the veil and number 28, right? So that's September, and I'm going to go through it like this, right? That's today, right? September 23rd to October 23rd. 30 days of piercing through the veil. So a lot of stuff is going to come through. A lot of truth is going to come through. A lot of clarity is going to come through. A lot of illusions are going to be washed away with the purifying waters, right? A lot of fears are going to be let go. A lot of things are going to be released. And when all of that cleansing comes through, we can see more clarity. All right, so that's what piercing through the veil is. See, all down here, it's just all muddled, but when you pierce through the veil, you see the light, right? The veil is also the matrix, right? So the veil, the matrix blocks you from seeing this light. And we always have access to it, but the veil is really an illusion. It's there, but you can get through it. You can go through it, right? All right, so then we go through the veil and then we enter infinite waters. I love it. So the sign, again, the dolphins show up, right? Infinite waters, infinity, infinity, infinity. Life is, remember, our souls are eternal, right? So as we step into the infinite waters, so this would be October through November. And in November, we're going to go through the 11-11-21 portal, which is another major portal. Huge. Okay. So during that October 22nd through November 22nd, we're going to really experience the infinite waters. We're going to experience the infinite nature of our soul. We're going to experience the infinite nature of this experience called life. You know, it's going to be a lot of soul growth. And I think, and it says infinite wisdom, and the number is 53, which is 8, right? Um, yeah, I think that we're also going to, again, the veil, remember, in September now till October, the veils are going to be removed. And that veil allows us to experience and be taught and to learn new things, right? And as we go through these moments collectively, it is so that we can learn. Now, remember, this is potentiality. You have to agree to it. You have to allow it. So you have to allow yourself to see through the veil. You have to realize that what is happening is veils are being removed so that you can see it. And then you also have to realize that, hey, wisdom is coming in, infinite wisdom is coming in. Let me learn it. Let me take a seat, and absorb some of this wisdom. This is what's in our golden cups for us to access. We are free will beings. Some choose not to access it, so that's a very real part of this experience, right? But this infinite wisdom is coming in, right? It's a very special card, very special card. And then when we pass through November, heading into December, where we go into, I love it. And these two are upside down. Let me leave them upside down because they were upside down, which is I'm going to go into the book to get the reverse message, but I want to give the general message for it because I think we need to be aware of the essence of the card, and then the reverse if you choose. And I'm glad that some of the reverse are coming up because really, again, we have free choice, and the reverse is also showing us, okay, this is might be where I'm at now. We can turn this reverse, we not turn the reverse upside down, but we can experience the other end of that. So the reverse card might be literally showing us the actions that we can do so that we can access what it is, and some of the reverse positions are also very powerful, so let's not assume that the reverse is something negative, right? So the mermaid hearts. The mermaids is so interesting that this came up. A whole new world, right? I posted that yesterday. A whole new world. Just the mermaid story and the Latin story were just really, really coming into me. And again, remember, look at the ancient wisdom and it all coming from the ocean, right? And when we saw this blue energy, the blue energy is so strong right now. We get blue energy from the earth, we get blue energy from the sea, we get blue energy from the cosmos, this blue energy, the energy of the water, the healing, it's so powerful. So when we go into November to December, clearing through that 1221, again our hearts are expanding. It's almost, again, this is so much in Lemurian female divine feminine energy card, but it came out in the sacred geometry deck. So we're stepping into these moments where our hearts are expanded, we're free. Where I just gonna say I'm almost sure it's an 8 in here now. I can see it. I can see the 8 in the heart, and that's what sacred geometry is. It just shows you how everything overlaps. So this is almost showing you like it's almost like a Garden of Eden underwater, but that wisdom coming through the water, coming through the purification of now, of removing the veils, you know. And again, it's the equinox, right? It rains yesterday in Florida. I don't know if it rained here, but we're going, you know, we've seen the floods and the rains and the volcanoes, you know. All of these things is actually Earth going through the same releasing, right? And purification. So we're going through it too, right? So at the end of the year, November to December, after we do this clearing, passing through the veils, the transformation, removing the illusions, removing the fears, seeing more truth, being guided by this beautiful infinite wisdom that is coming in that we have access to. This reading is to show people what they have access to, what's around them. It's again, it's up to you to access this. And if we do, we get into this beautiful space of the mermaid's heart. You know, I absolutely love it. Infinite. Everything is there. Everything is connected. The water, the green, the prosperity, the gold, the hearts. It's, you know, it's all there. And again, it's number 29. Which equals 11 again. 1. All right, beautiful. Even if we just look at the numbers here, starting at 28 and then 8. So we have 1, 8, and 1. Numerology is one of my favorite things. All right, numbers, right? So 1 plus 8 plus 1 plus 1 is 10. It still leads to 10, right? We're at, I said, we're at point 0 yesterday. Today is the first day, right? And we walk from yesterday deciding, you know, with all of this stuff that I'm going through, with all of this stuff that I'm feeling, with all of this stuff that I'm seeing in the world, where do I go from here? You know, if I tapped in and checked in with my friends, my tribe around the world, people that I connected with last year that I've never actually met, just to see what was going on, you know, what's going on in Canada, what's going on in, oh, where is my other friend? I can't remember where she is. The name always escapes, the place always escapes me. Not Netherlands, I think Amsterdam. What's going on in the UK, you know, different places, and just tapping in and talking to them was great, you know, and certain places they are rolling certain things out, you know, so it's today we decide how am I gonna live from here. And every morning we wake up, we decide that too, because we're blessed with new opportunity every single day. Don't think that if I didn't make this decision today, well, hey, the eclipse energy is, the equinox energy is gone, and I'm doomed. To know we have a chance every single day to make decisions and to change the course of our destiny. So it's really never too late. That's the beautiful unconditional love that God gives us, right? Okay, let's look at the 7 energy, which is up in the middle, right? The center path. And when I was doing this yesterday, which is so interesting, I did my own golden cup, right? Just to see how everything was looking. And it also helps me to offer this to other people when I just do it with myself and see what comes out. And you know, it was like the left, the right, and then the center path. And it was so beautiful with that center path um, unfolded. And one of the things that is taught in the spiritual world is that you don't take the left or the right. You just stay in the center. And that really helps you to just be balanced, right? So let's look and see what's in the center path for us. Again, starting in September. What's the energy? September 22nd, today to October. What's that energy that we're experiencing? Tender embrace, nurturing. That's the first thing that comes in to my mind with tender. Oh, it's two elephants, right? And elephants with their trunks up always means good luck. And I'm seeing a heart. I don't, yeah. And it's 22. Awesome. This Equinox was the 22nd yesterday. Tender heart, nurturing, and love. I love it already. Tender embrace. Um, Accepting. This is what comes to me right now. Accepting what is coming in, even though we're going through some really intense moments, personally and in our relationships with others. The embrace, the compassion. That's what's needed for everybody in these moments. You know, if you're not going through it and somebody else is going through it, give them that compassion, give them that ear to listen, give them the heart. No judgment. We really are being guided to love and to show each other unconditional love and ourselves. So the judgment that we're giving ourselves, we don't need to do that because then we judge others. We don't do anything to ourselves and we don't treat anybody better than we treat ourselves. So if I'm not loving and judging, if I'm loving and not judging myself, trust me, because I'm not gonna not love you and judge you. You know, what I do to me, I'm giving to other people. So I've stopped judging myself. I've stopped loving my certain parts of myself and hating other parts of myself. I've accepted all that is me, you know, so I've given myself unconditional love, and it allows me to love the people around me with unconditional love. I've stopped judging myself, and when I do, I notice that I am, and I say, no, this is you. Accept it. So I'm able to now, in my relationships with friends and family and people that I work with, and try to help and guide. I can't listen to somebody and be judging what they're telling me and saying, oh, this person's, you know, so nurturing, loving, compassion. We are being called to rise to that because that's a frequency and that's part of entering into the 3D instead of being this way or that way. Nurture, show compassion, love, come together. These two elephants are together. You know, you see the embrace, the tender embrace, you know, hug, love, compassion. That's we're unity. It will serve us best to love ourselves and to love our neighbors, right? What's the golden rule? Treat people how you want to be treated, and love others how you love yourselves, right? I hope my voice is carrying over in this because sometimes my voice gets low. So I hope I'm not getting too low. And the second card, Awakening. Listen, I love this card. Awakening Genius. Right next to what? Infinite wisdom. Hello, hello, hello. And I know this number is 33, right? Is it? No, it's 20. Ah, it's 29. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so I thought it was 33, but that's fine. 29 is even better because this is the second 29 that we got on the table. So the synchronicity is there. Awakening Jesus. Awakening Jesus. I love it. Awakening genius. But Jesus, hey, Christ consciousness, right? Awaken it. Awaken the genius within you. Awaken up that Christ consciousness within you. Awaken it. I love it. So during October, so we're going through these moments of again, and guess what? The 5D, you get to the 5D through your heart, expanding your heart chakra. That's a big old portal we have in our body, right? So we expand our hearts to love, unity, compassion, embracing, tender embracing, nurturing each other, and it awakens a genius within us. And you know, the genius is when you think of genius, we think of I don't know what we think of, right? But the genius is the Buddha. The genius is Christ. The geniuses are the ones that were able to overcome the world, right? So we're awakening that supernatural part of ourselves that we need to tap into, and we're getting the infinite wisdom, you know, what is happening around you. And again, this is so important when we are going from 3D to 4D to 5D, to realize what is happening around you is not so dark. But the 3D perspective might be dark. But as you cross over to the 5D, you realize, oh, that moment that was kicking my butt was actually awakening my genius. Okay, so that is so important to understand while we're in this moment, while we're going through this um, turn, right? Where we're going through this spiral, but we're going up. We're not spiraling down, even though it looks like it, but we are actually spiraling. All right, we're spiraling up. All right, so we're awakening our geniuses. I am here for all of it. I am here for all of it. And I can't help but see the synchronicity with the rainbow energy. And I just posted today about the rainbow warriors, the Hopi prophecy and the rainbow warriors. And I think this has everything to do with it, right? I really, really do. Right? And again, this is between October 22nd and November 22nd. What portal are we going to experience through that? 1111. And that is a major, significant portal. I will be talking about it more and more and more. All right, let's go into the last one with the seven energy, a higher view. This one is upside down. It's card number 41. And I mean, hey, what can we say? And again, the reverse cards just show us the action that we need to take in order to get there. You know, and this is perfect because it's 3 months, so we can correct. We can turn that frown upside down, right? To get these things, right? So we nurture, we tap into our genius, and then we come into this higher wisdom and the higher perspective. The high perspective is the 50. I mean, that's where we're trying to get to, right? So we are going to come into that moment. We're going to really come into that moment if we choose to. If we choose to. It's so important to realize it's about a choice. It's about accepting. It's about saying yes to it and allowing it and doing the inner work in order to experience it this way, right? This is in a golden chalice. This is what is like that part of the Bible where it says, I invited you to the feast, but some people just decided not to come. The feast is at the table. You just have to come to it. So I'm showing you what's in the golden cup. You decide if you want to carry it. You decide if you want to drink from your golden cup because it's all there for us. All right, and then we're going to go into the enchanted map, and it says spark. So, hey, we're being sparked right now. Where there's something, what we're going through, what you're going through, what I'm going through, it's supposed to spark something within you. You know, like a light to a flame, like a moth to a flame. It's supposed to spark. Can you see my candles? It's supposed to spark something. All right. So let this be a spark. Let this be your spark. Let this month, this equinox, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you see going in your life, around you, within you, that you don't like, that you doesn't feel comfortable, that you want to change, let that be your spark, your catalyst to get things going into the direction that you want to experience. And then we go into October, the Golden Palace. Could this be any better? The Golden Palace is in our Golden Chalice. We experience loveliness. This was upside down. This was in the reverse. So I'm going to have to read to see what this is about, the reverse. But the golden palace is in our golden chalice, people. Tap into these cups and get what you need to get for yourself. This is in reverse. I'm actually going to redo a separate reading, explaining the reverse for all of these, because it's just going to be too long if I do it in one reading. So this is the Golden Palace and it's in reverse. But this means that during, again, this month of October 22nd to November 22nd, we're going to experience again that 1111 portal is coming in, and the cards say infinite wisdom, awakening genius, and golden palace. So if you want it, it's there. If you don't, keep on keeping on. It's there for us to experience. And like I said, I'm here for it. I'm gonna get it. The golden palace. It's coming in, guys. It's really coming in. And then from November to December, we are home. So all of this is bringing us back to a very pure place. It brings us home. Yeah. So we end the year, we walk into the new year, the 10, that we're experiencing with October, the 11th and the 12th. And then we start afresh with January, right? But it takes us home. It really is taking us home. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love it. I absolutely love it. And 27 is 9. The owl is peeking out, means there's wisdom there. Again, this 9, and I'm coming into this. I've been guided with this connection with the 9s and the 11. It's really a beautiful, beautiful experience, because I've just experienced it myself, from last November to September, and now from this September to November. So I've been able to connect really what that is. So that 9/11/11/9 bridge, it's beautiful, right? And it's lovely. There's so much that is created within those months. So um, don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. Let me see what the moon deck says. Release September. Well, here we are again, releasing so that we can see through the veil. Releasing so that our hearts can expand and embrace more and nurture more and love each other and unite. And let all of this spark something within you. Right? So whatever you're going through right now, it's asking you to release. It's asking you to love and nurture yourself, and allow it to spark, inspire, motivate you to something new within yourself. Okay? Then from October to November, infinite wisdom. We're gonna so I'm coming into some infinite wisdom. It's gonna awaken the genius within us. It is also going to bring us to our golden palaces. And the Queen of Death. The Queen of Death, you notice that star there? The Queen of Death is able to, the Queen of Death doesn't fear death. The Queen of Death sees death every single day and realizes that it is powerful. It is exactly what this moment is with the portals that we're going through. We must die. We must get to heaven, right? Again, remember the Caribbean saying, I don't know if it's Caribbean, Bahamian, everybody wants to get to heaven, but nobody wants to die. The Queen of Death says, yeah, I can die because I'm trying to live a better life, right? So the Queen of Death isn't fair, does not fear. It does not hold the illusion that death is the final chapter. Queen of Death realizes that, yes, I must die. There are certain parts of me, habits, thoughts, beliefs that I must let go of, release, and that death I rise from that. The Queen of Death is the phoenix that rises from those ashes. All right. And it's a metamorphosis moment that we must take ourselves through in order to get into the golden palace, to awaken the genius, to reach the wisdom, the infinite wisdom. And the last card, Illumination. I love it. I love it. I love it. Illumination, yes, because we are going to be in having the mermaid card. We're going to be illuminated, meaning the light is come in. See, it starts today with piercing through the veil. It ends with illumination. I love it. Having the higher view and coming back home, returning home, right? And home is the kingdom within. Home is our purest self. Our cup of our chalice, our cup of gold. What's at the end of the rainbow? The golden, the gold is at the end of the rainbow. Remember? Remember? We find our homes at the end of the rainbow. We find our golden chalices. I just love how this reading is coming out. I hope you guys are getting it. I hope it's clear. I hope I've offered some clarity. And let's just look at these last two cards. The animal spirit that's taking us through this. The moose wisdom. All right. We have to learn. We have to allow ourselves to learn all of this new stuff that's coming in that the universe wants us to have. And equipped ourselves with its wisdom. Wisdom is applied knowledge, right? So the awakening the genius must apply the knowledge, and that's the wisdom, right? If we have all of this stuff going around us and we're not learning, we go to school but we haven't applied any of the knowledge. And Earth is the school of life. So while we're here going through these portals and releasing and becoming the queen of death and awakening the genius and doing all these things, the whole point is for us to apply it into wisdom. And what does this card say? It's the moose. The moose says, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know the truth. So tap into the deepest, deepest part of yourself through meditation, through stillness, through, if you use prayer. We are all spiritual beings having a physical experience. I don't tell people how to do it. I just guide them. Right? You have to find your way. I've definitely found mine to reach the wisdom, to tap into the higher forces. Whatever works for you, let it work for you. And you be a student of your own experience, your own life, your own earth school experience. You become the master of your own experience, right? So tap into your wisdom. You do know the truth. The truth is within us all. And the last card, the the Lemurian shaman. Again, remember the first card that came up was the infinite wisdom. Infinite wisdom. I'm going to do a second video really going into these cards because we have 3 months. We have 3 beautiful months. So I'm going to keep these cards out and I'm going to go back into the spread and go into more detail as the months flow out, right? But there it is, the Lemurian shaman, right? Tapping back into the most purest part of ourselves, the divine feminine. The Lemurian shaman is going to take us through this and guide us through it. And that is the infinite wisdom. The Lemurian shaman is the infinite wisdom. Part of that infinite wisdom that is coming in, tapping back into Lemuria. If you don't know what Lemuria is, it's time for you to tap back into it. It's time for me to spark that within you, and you go look up what Lemuria is and discover that, yes, you too were there. We were all there, right? So this is the first golden chalice reading. looking at what's coming up for the next 3 months. I do want to keep the video short because I don't want it be too long. And because it's 3 months, I have time to go back into this and with even more detail. Again, my name is Akita Akari Aurora. I had an absolute blast doing this. And if you want to connect with me, I'm on Facebook as Akita Akari Aurora. I am here to help and here to guide. I love you all. Happy crystals. Continue to be happy. I love you.